In today's episode, we continue with the review of the Book of Esther. Welcome to our channel. Please sit back and watch the second part of this story.
Uncle, I asked that my trusted servant bring you to me. Why are you dressed in sackcloth, and why have you put ashes on your hair and face? What is the matter?
Haman has tricked the king into making a decree to massacre all the Jews on a set date and has promised to finance the exercise.
What? Are you sure about this?
Here is a copy of the bulletin posted throughout the entire kingdom. You need to speak to the king on our behalf.
Everyone knows that any man or woman who approaches the king without being invited will surely be put to death. Except the king extends his gold scepter. Then he or she will be spared. It's been 30 days now since I've been invited to come to the king.
Don't think that just because you live in the king's house, you will escape this destruction. If you persist in staying silent at a time like this, the Lord will send help and deliverance to the Jews from someplace else. But you and your family will be wiped out. Who knows? Maybe you were made queen for just such a time as this.
Go and get all the Jews living in Susa together. Fast for me. Don't eat or drink for 3 days, either day or night. I and my maids will fast with you. If you will do this, I'll go to the king, even though it's forbidden. If I die, I die.
So, Mordecai left and carried out Esther's instructions.
Wow. She was really willing to make such a great sacrifice.
She had to.
So did King Xerxes welcome her?
Esther, my queen, please come in.
My lord.
And what's your desire, Queen Esther? What do you want? Ask and it's yours, even if it's half my kingdom.
If it please the king, let the king come with Haman to a dinner I've prepared for him.
Of course, Queen Esther. Get Haman at once, so we can go to dinner with the queen.
So the king and Haman attended Queen Esther's banquet. She entertained them both very well.
And did she tell the king of the decree against the Jews?
No, she didn't.
Why?
When the king asked her to ask for anything, she invited him and Haman to yet another banquet the next day.
What was she up to?
You'll know soon enough. This second invitation made Haman feel very happy and important. On his way home, he saw Mordecai at the gate. As usual, Mordecai refused to bow, and this made him very angry again. Then he went home and got his wife and friends together and started bragging about his achievements. On top of all these honors that the king has bestowed on me, Queen Esther invited me to a private dinner she gave for the king, just the 3 of us. That is great, Haman. And she's invited me to another one tomorrow.
Queen Esther must really hold you in high esteem.
Yes. But I can't enjoy any of it when I see Mordecai the Jew sitting at the king's gate. Build a gallows 75 feet high. Then, first thing in the morning, speak with the king. Get him to order Mordecai hanged on it.
Then happily go with the king to dinner.
Haman liked the advice his wife and friends gave him, and he had the gallows built. But that night, the king had a very rough night and could not sleep. So he ordered for the book of records and daily events journals to be read to him. Then they came across the story of the assassination plot, which was exposed by Mordecai.
What great honor was given to Mordecai for this?
Nothing, your majesty. Nothing has been done for him.
Is there anybody out in the court?
Haman is out there, waiting in the court.
Bring him in.
Now, Haman had just arrived at the palace to talk to the king about hanging Mordecai on the gallows he had built.
Haman.
Your majesty.
What would be appropriate for the man the king especially wants to honor?
Haman in his pride thought that the king was referring to him. For the man the king delights to honor, do this. Bring a royal robe that the king has worn and a horse the king has ridden, one with a royal crown on its head. Then give the robe and the horse to one of the king's most noble princes. Have him robe the man whom the king especially wants to honor. Have the prince lead him on horseback through the city square, proclaiming before him, "This is what is done for the man whom the king especially wants to honor."
Good. Good. Go and do it immediately. Take the robe and horse, and do what you have proposed to Mordecai, the Jew who sits at the king's gate. Don't leave out a single detail of your plan.
What a setup. This is God making your enemies to bow and serve you.
I couldn't agree with you more. After Haman carried out the instruction, he fled to his house in shame and told his wife and friends what had happened.
If this Mordecai is in fact a Jew, your bad luck has only begun. You don't stand a chance against him. You're as good as ruined.
Haman then went with the king to Queen Esther's second banquet. The king asked her again what her request was.
If I have found favor in your eyes, O king, and if it please the king, give me my life, and give my people their lives.
What do you mean?
We've been sold, I and my people, to be destroyed, sold to be massacred, eliminated. If we had just been sold off into slavery, I wouldn't even have brought it up. Our troubles wouldn't have been worth bothering the king over.
Who? Where is he? This is monstrous.
An enemy. An adversary. This evil Haman.
The king was livid. He left his wine and stomped out into the palace garden. Haman realized that his life was at stake and began to plead with Queen Esther. "Have mercy on me, my queen." And when the king walked in on his return from the garden,
What? Will you attack the queen even in my presence? Take him away.
"Your Majesty, there's a gallows that Haman had built for Mordecai, who saved the king's life. It's right next to Haman's house, 75 feet high."
Hang him on it.
So Haman was hanged on the very gallows that he had built for Mordecai, and the king's hot anger cooled.
Thank God. Haman is out of the way. He got the just reward for his evil acts. But what happened to the Jews? The decree had already been sent out all over the land. Did the king reverse the decree?
I hope you enjoyed the second part of the story. As we have seen from the story, God can cause a king to lose sleep just because it is time to favor his servants. Please join us for the concluding part of the story. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and click on the notification bell. Bye.